Dolac's the heartbeat of Zagreb and the gastronomic capital of the city of Zagreb. It's a fantastic, iconic market which has been here for hundreds of years, where very little has changed. And you come every day and you can see the chefs from the local buffets to the Michelin Star restaurants. They're all coming here to get the freshest produce to go into their meals for the day. Saturday morning is a delightful time to come. It's very vibrant, and as you can see, all the cafes are full, local people catching up with daily life and gossip. And my name is Paul Bradbury, and I'm here today to take you on a gastronomic tour of Zagreb to show you the very best restaurants, which I really enjoy after my 5 years of living here. And where better to start than in Dolac itself, and one of the little hidden gems just over here. Keeping life simple, here we are at just on Dolac's market and on the first floor of a restaurant called Amfora, which has been here for decades. And very, very affordable. People complain about the prices in Croatia, but honestly, come and check out Amfora. We have a nice little fish selection here of squid, sardelle, and fried shrimp. And then we have sea bream with some potatoes as well. And nothing too fancy, very hearty, great portions, great atmosphere, lots of tradition. Dobre. There's no such thing as a traditional Zagreb breakfast, but the closest thing there is in Otto and Frank, which is on Culture, the foodie street in the old town. And here we have an explanation as to why it's called a Zagreb breakfast and what's in it.
And Zagreb breakfast for you.
Can you just explain why is it called the Zagreb breakfast?
It's called because we don't have in Zagreb something traditional, but we make like with the ingredients what we usually eat during the Easter.
What's inside?
Inside we have one slice of the bread, cottage cheese, sour cream, onions, ham, what we usually eat for Easter, and we poached and fried egg.
Of course, listening to a fat foreigner talking about food in Zagreb is one thing, but the best thing to do is to get the local experience and the local input. And here we have the Queen of Zagreb, the legend that is Iva Silla, founder of Secret Zagreb. And I've asked her tonight to meet up and talk about 3 of her favourite places. And here we are in Mrav in Trnsko, and she's going to tell you why.
Well, yes, we came here to Trnsko because I live in a nearby neighborhood of Siget, and this is our favorite place to come when it's this nice, the weather is so nice, and it's not really about the food, although they have great burgers, really. It's more of this atmosphere, the relaxed atmosphere here, with the playground behind you, all this greenery and the huge terrace.
Can you tell us a couple more of your favourite local places around Zagreb?
The best place to have real local food is Runol. It's a mountain lodge on Mount Medvednica.
Okay.
So if anyone asks me about places where I could recommend some local food, I would send them off to Mount Medvednica. There are so many mountain lodges. They will serve typical local cuisine, like the traditional one. And my favorite one is Runol.
Okay.
Yes.
And for people that are not quite as athletic as you, like myself, would you find anywhere in the city itself that you...
Yes. There is a rather new place called Biomania, and they only serve vegan food, which could be a turn-off for people who are not vegan. But that place has such an amazing food.
On Culture, yeah.
On Culture. Yeah. If you like fish, then Amfora on Dolac it is. So many small innovative places with all sorts of offer. Like just recently there's this new Croatian tapas bar opened near the Bloody Bridge. Yes. So there, people are building on Croatian heritage, but also trying out different influences. I like that. I like more of an international influence that we keep seeing, like Tkalcha, the Tkalčićeva street. It has become like a hub of international cuisine, small places that people who originate from different countries are opening up, bringing this dash of interculturality to Zagreb. I like that, really.
Curry bowl. Curry bowl's fantastic. Yeah. I've been taking my kids every weekend. We try different international cuisines. I want to introduce them to, and it's kind of our catch-up time and stuff. And we went to Curry Bowl and they were blown away. And they were like, this is the #1 thing they've ever tasted.
Oh, see?
Yeah, so there we go. So if the Queen of Zagreb and my kids agree on one thing, then it must be true.
Curry Bowl. Okay, great.
When I first came to Zagreb over 20 years ago, the international food scene was laughable. There was a really bad Indian restaurant and an even worse Chinese. Today, 20 years later, the choice is increasing every single year. And there are also incredible street food festivals now. We have the Asian Food Festival, the Latino Food Festival, the Burger, the Pizza Festival, loads of street festivals going around. But the international selection has really, really improved over the last few years. And one of the places I really like is Layali, which is one of the 2 Lebanese restaurants in the city, and it's horticulture, and it's kind of this. If there's one dish that sums up Zagreb, really, it's štrukli. This is a dish of dough, cottage cheese, and various different fillings, and it's a traditional dish for the whole of northern Croatia. And it's a speciality here in Zagreb as well. And the best place by far to eat this is a place called La Štruk, right in the center, just off the culture, and prepared to be filled. Absolutely fantastic. If I'm looking to go local, especially with an emphasis on meat and good value and a really nice location, there is a wonderful restaurant just south of the centre called Pri Zvoncu. And this is a place that has a very, very traditional feel. It's been going since 1998. Very much a wooden interior with lots and lots of details, but also great outside space. So good, in fact, that I've had the Total Croatian News Christmas party here for 4 years. I'm looking forward to going back again this year. And we just come in really just for a bite to eat. We came for small portions. Here we have the Zagrebački odrožak, which is the Zagreb steak, which is filled with ham, cheese, and today they suggested a bed of gnocchi and some special sauce on top. And this is the small portion. And over here we have the Veseli Zagorac, the happy Zagoran, and that's stuffed with kajmak and other things as well. And just really nice service, really sizable portions, really good value, and a great place to check out. If you're looking for something a little bit different but very traditional Croatian food, head out just on the slopes of Medvednica. There is a wonderful restaurant called Stari Puntijar, which really takes you back in time. I mean, just look at the decor on these chairs. Very, very historic, and it's very, very interesting for a number of reasons. This is where Pope Benedict dined when he first came to Croatia, and there is actually a museum of Croatian tourist guides and stuff downstairs, and you can see the plates and everything that the Pope used when he came. But the menu is some of the most interesting food you get in Zagreb from a traditional point of view, because a lot of it is made according to the recipes of old cookbooks. So here we have the Bavarian veal, and it's with a spinach rice. And this is from an original recipe from the first ever cookbook prepared in Croatian back in 1813. And then for dessert, we're having apple šlafruk, which is from a recipe from 1662. So you come here, you have a very, very traditional feeling and welcome, but also there are some very, very interesting dishes with deer and things like that on the menu. So definitely well worth a try. We came here a few years ago for our Christmas party with Total Croatian News. We had 12 of us. Absolutely fantastic time. We were down in the wine cellar, and they were opening the champagne with swords. And for a really nice sort of feel, a little bit out of Zagreb, it's an absolutely fantastic experience. I've always loved books all my life, and I love to read. But here we are today in the amazing little museum at Stari Puntijar, and we've seen some quite incredible things, including the plates that Pope Benedict used when he came to Croatia, including the original cookbooks. There's a vegetarian cookbook from Zagreb from 1936, for example. We thought vegetarian is a new thing. But look at this. Isn't this book quality? Beautifully done. And let's turn to page 56. Genius. And if you've made it to the foot of the mountain, why not explore?
As Iva said, there are some really, really excellent restaurants, great hearty local food up on Medvednica. My favourite is Grofica, which is a lovely family-run business with a wonderful wooden interior and terrace outside, serving some really, really excellent hearty food with sizable portions and very, very friendly prices. Lovely spot.
If I have a friend from out of town who's looking for something very local, a little bit different, off the beaten path, I always take them to Codpere up in Shalata, which is a wonderful institution with lots and lots of tradition, very, very local in its food. And it's a sort of place, it's like really somebody's house, which has been expanded a little bit with a bigger terrace, but it's in a very residential area. It's a very laid-back place. Just so we're clear, we did point out we weren't hungry and we just wanted to take a couple of shots of some food, maybe try a little taster. And they said, no problem, we'll just give you a little bit. And here we have pastazado with gnocchi, we have veal and potatoes, we have duck and mlinci, salad, 2 desserts. So if I'm coming for some local food in Zagreb, my absolute go-to place is a place called Ficlek, which is about 30 meters away from the cathedral, right in the tourist area. It's a really cozy locale with a very small menu, and it really focuses on traditional stuff, both the wines and also the food. And rather than me talking about it, here's the manager, Jelko, who would say a little bit about what is Zagreb food, and a little bit about your menu and what we're eating today.
Okay, the Ficlek is most authentic Croatian restaurant in Zagreb. We serve only local traditional food. For example, this is turkey with mlinci. Mlinci is local pasta. This is cabbage pasta with bacon, and this is fried chicken. The people who eat these dishes only local from here. So local dishes from local people. We also serve the traditional Croatian soup, aigemartic. People say when they eat this soup, it's like a healing attributes.
One of my favourite and most affordable is the street food at Stari, which is run by Thai people, and you get really excellent portions. Here we have the pad Thai and the beef noodles. They're about 10 euros each. It's almost 20 years since the first Japanese restaurant opened in Zagreb, in the capital centre, back in about 2006. And if you want to see one way that Zagreb has really, really progressed in the last 20 years, just look at the Asian food scene. Now you find sushi restaurants in every single quarter of Zagreb, but you have a range of quality. But if you're looking for the best, 2 I would really recommend. Izakaya, which opened 3 or 4 years ago, is where we are now, is fantastic, and Kiyomi, which opened last year, has taken things up to the next level. Here we have the pork belly bao, we have some pork gyozo, and then we have this fabulous selection of tuna sushi. Kiyomi. This is probably the best Asian food I've ever had. I have a friend with me tonight who's lived in and out of Asia for 10 years, and just the incredible selection of food, but the service, the ambience. This doesn't even feel like I'm in Croatia. It feels like I'm in London, New York, somewhere else. We have an amazing selection of sushi, dim sum and robata. And I mean, for me, the torta tartara was absolutely sensational, but I'm about to get stuck into some of these gems here. But really, international food in Zagreb is on the rise, and this for me is the absolute number one. But we still have to go downstairs to Yakuza, which is going to be a surprise for all of us.
So there we have a snapshot of the culinary scene in Zagreb, where you can get really hearty local food at very affordable prices, up to something more posh internationally. There are also 2 Michelin Star restaurants. The food scene is really expanding in Zagreb. It's become a very exciting place to be, and there's definitely something for you and quite a lot more. Dobar tek.